The argument we were both enjoying. Welcome back to Kalen After Midnight. Tonight we're talking about the silent language of connection, the moments we miss because we're waiting for the big dramatic scenes. We're often told that conflict is bad, something to be avoided. But sometimes an argument isn't a battle, it's an excuse to stay in the same room a little longer. This is the story of the best argument I've ever had. A disagreement about something entirely trivial that revealed something profoundly serious about how we felt about each other. We didn't mean to argue. That's important to say up front, because what happened next only worked because neither of us was actually upset. The air wasn't thick with tension. It was just late. It started innocently enough with a disagreement about something small. Trivial even. The kind of thing people normally laugh off and forget 5 minutes later. The placement of a soup bowl, the direction of the forks, the mundane geography of the kitchen after dinner. The problem was that neither of us actually wanted to be right. We just wanted to continue the conversation. We wanted the excuse to stay close. "I'm telling you said, leaning back against the counter, arms crossed, adopting your best expert posture. "There is a correct, optimal, efficient way to load the dishwasher." I raised an eyebrow, picking up a stray spoon. "There is a functional way, a way that results in clean dishes. That is very different from a correct way." You laughed, shaking your head, a soft chuckle that bounced off the quiet kitchen tiles. "This is exactly what I mean. You prioritize chaos." I stepped closer, inspecting the open dishwasher like it was a complex crime scene and I was the lead detective. The inside was a chaotic landscape of ceramic and steel plates stacked with mild defiance, cutlery arranged with creative freedom. "It all gets cleaned," I said, poking a glass that was slightly askew. "That's the goal. That's the utility." That's the bare minimum," you replied, uncrossing your arms to gesture dramatically. "I'm talking about efficiency, optimization, maximizing the cubic footage of the appliance." "Oh, are we optimizing dishes now?" I asked, meeting your eyes, feeling the smile pulling at my lips. "Yes," you said, utterly serious. "We're adults. We optimize." The thing was, we were both smiling the entire time. The tension was an illusion we were both enjoying. The conversation moved easily, circling itself like it knew it wasn't actually about the dishwasher. It was about the space between us, closing inch by inch as the debate continued. You adjusted a large dinner plate, sliding it an inch to the left. I moved it an inch to the right when you weren't looking. You sighed dramatically, a performance of exasperation, and I laughed. "At some point," I said, my voice dropping, enjoying the game, you are going to have to accept that chaos exists in the universe and embrace it." You stepped even closer, lowering your voice conspiratorial, as if we were discussing state secrets and not dish soap. "At some point, you're going to have to accept that I am always right." I looked up at you then, really looked. The light from the overhead kitchen light catching the humor in our eyes. Something warm settled in my chest, the kind of feeling that sneaks up on you when you're distracted by something trivial. "You enjoy this," I said suddenly, dropping my argument entirely. "Enjoy what?" "Disagreeing with me." You paused. The performance dropped for a second, and your expression became unguarded. Then you smiled, a real soft smile. "I enjoy you disagreeing with me." That stopped me. The dishwasher hummed quietly beside us, forgotten. The kitchen light cast a soft glow, the rest of the house already asleep, leaving the quiet night to hold us gently. "You know, this might be my favorite argument we've ever had." Because you think you're winning?" No. Because we're not trying to. We leaned against the kitchen counter together, the false tension dissolving into something softer, heavier, and even more real. The argument faded, replaced by comfortable silence and the faint sound of water running through the machine, doing what they were designed to do. I nudged you lightly with my elbow. So what happens now? A peace treaty? You pretended to consider it seriously. Well, traditionally, I would offer you a compromise. I'm listening. You load the dishwasher however you want, and I don't reorganize it after you leave. I laughed. A genuine warm laugh. That's a terrible compromise for you. You'll suffer every time you open it. You shrugged, looking at me with that gentle, open expression. Some things are worth letting go of. Efficiency isn't everything. Some things, I repeated. The dishwasher clicked off with a soft, final sound, like punctuation at the end of a sentence. We hadn't solved anything. The plates were still arranged in a way that would make future arguments possible. But as we stood there, close and unhurried in the quiet kitchen, I realized something important. The best kind of romance doesn't happen during the grand, perfect moments. It happens during small disagreements you don't want to end, because ending the argument means stepping away from each other. And neither of us was ready to do that.